Good morning. So here we are. Saturday morning. Came out here yesterday afternoon at 2 is when I got dropped off. So it was a good afternoon. It's a good evening. I'd like to start off today with this verse. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Mark 10:45. So that's what it is. Today's focus is serve. Bondservant is somebody who wants to be a servant, who chooses to still be there, even though they don't have to be. So today's focus is that. So I already got camp packed up. So being called to not be in the same spot. So when you get to the top of the mountain, find a bigger mountain. So yeah, but that was the hill that I was on. That's the rucksack. Been walking around. And so just finding where I'm going to end up going. So basically, I'm going to hit this area right up in here. Seems like kind of the least, but being called to right back over there. That's where I'm going to go. It's probably going to take me all day. Man, I'm tired. my body is suffering right now. So, but it's been 6 days without food. So it's something that I look at in my mind that should be super simple, to be able to scale and hike up to that top in my mind should be easy. I'm sure in the video it looks even easier. So, but when I just went up to do it, it's steep enough to where my hand, if I reach out, it's right there in front of me. So it's not just regular hiking, and it's definitely not a trail. So I'm still out in the wilderness. I'm still enjoying it. So peaceful. So peaceful. So, but I'm always trying to find the words to be able to communicate to somebody, the one, to be able to communicate the change that I have in here, as I am walking through it myself, as we all are. We're all just walking through it. When we say, and even when I was really bad off, suicidal, all that, if you said Jesus, if you said anything, if you said God, I would even say that I'm a Christian, but it would make it turn inside here. But I was just pondering for a second, because it's so peaceful out here. What about the perspective, what if God in steps? And even for me, I don't see God. I don't see him in front of me. It's not like he audibly speaks to me. To be honest, most of it just is this rising up, this vapor-like deal to where it just get a vision and it just makes sense. It's just a vision, a calling, I don't know. And not even a vision to where I physically see it. It's just that I know. So, but what I'm trying to say is, Stop imagining God being like that, a person in front of us. What if God was just peace? Peace in such a way that you know how your mind is. All this craziness that makes you want to commit suicide, just be done. What if you had this that makes you want to check out, and we'll just say that's the devil, and God would be just knowing that peace, just this, not any place else. Like, a lot of people want to get out of here and go to heaven, but Jesus came so that heaven is in here. So just imagine if you could still be in your life, but not all the craziness that goes on, and be at total peace. That is God. That is truth. That is going back to the truth. And you would be living inside the reality that we live in, and be in total and complete connection with the truth. Just a perspective. Choose easy. Life will be difficult. Choose difficult. Life will be easy. You'll be able to see and taste the goodness of God that He has for you by just stepping in. Just step in. Yeah. Super uncomfortable to step in, but I'm telling you, the goodness of God is always worth it. Like, we can't see what it is that He has for us. So, but by just trusting Him, we can step in and just follow that. And He will give you the goodness along the way. Even if it's just like that little bit of break right there. So good. And then it's time to step back in and see. Man, so uncomfortable right now. My body is absolutely destroyed from 6 days of no food. Check that out. I was on that, what seemed to be a mountain over there, but it was a tiny little hill. It was difficult to climb it yesterday, but man, being called to something else, so much more worth it. Oh, yeah, that was good. Step in. let's give the ego a seat at the table. Let's chase this and see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we started processing that back, how bad is it going to be? Oh, people will not like me, or people will judge me, or then I'm not going to have any family. I'm not going to have any friends. It's going to go back to the drinking. It's going to be like a life of just like destruction back where I was before. And then it goes back to suicide. Like, it's just not worth it anymore. And then once we realize, like, man, I already been at suicide. I already been there before. Like,
we exposed the worst thing the ego was lying to you about, thinking that it was trying to protect you. We got all the way to the worst case scenario. What was it? The suicide?
Suicide has been the worst.
Yeah. And so when we exposed that, we said, okay, now ego, thank you for sharing that. Now we ask, who is this true?
It's not true.
Dude, who do we ask?
I ask my heart.
Who's in your heart?
God.
God.
Yeah.
The judge. God, is this true? Yes or no? Is what the ego is saying true? Yes or no? What did God say?
No, it's not true.
Not true. And then what did you, the third party at the table is who? You as what?
Divine sovereign
Divine sovereign being. Then you got to choose.
Yeah.
Still a choice.
Still a choice.
But you could see it. You could see this.
Yeah.
What the ego had been telling you, the ego devil had been lying to you, saying if you go here, ultimately it's going to lead to suicide. God saying, no, not true. And then you doing what? Choosing.
Being able to choose.
Consciously choose. Maybe for the first time knowing that you have a choice, rather than thinking that this is just the confusion of this other lying voice.
Yeah. Aligned perfectly, like this is where I'm supposed to be. And so with everybody around, and being able to step into that and just release it was...
You came right to a memory. You went through a pit walk in like 5 minutes, like it was the fastest pit walk on record, because you were so ready to go there.
Yeah, I was carrying another anger. It was from 13
years old.
Yeah, and how quickly perspective changes from a different position.